Flint's Club 937, Artimis here, 81, a show where we feature local artists right here in Flint. Got Jeff in the building. Now, your artist name?
Is it Jeff Skigh.
Just Jeff Skigh, just like that. Yep. How'd you get that name?
Actually, I didn't have a name at first, and my homeboy July, he just kind of just started calling me that, like, randomly. He just does that.
Just Jeff Skigh, and then you just rolled with it.
I just rolled with it, yeah.
Now, when did you start this whole rap thing, man?
What's it been? Maybe 4 years ago? About 4 years ago.
Okay. And what was your inspiration behind it? Was it just like you discovered that you had the talent for it, or was it something to where you were passionate? I mean, how did it get started?
No, I mean, because I don't really, when we first started, I felt like I sucked pretty bad. But, like, I've always been into music, like, always played instruments, played percussion in high school. I was in a band. And I don't know, just kind of just decided to try it and give it a try and fell in love with it.
Yeah, and your flow is really like natural, man. Like, I mean, you know, there's a lot of rappers out now to where they, you know, they sound like every other artist, but with you, you have like this cool, like just like almost like you're talking, but you're putting it in rap form. Do you notice that difference compared to you and other artists?
Yeah. I feel like my music is a lot more chill compared to what's going on now.
Now, would you classify your music as smoking music? Because I get that vibe off of it too, man. Like, when I was listening to the one track that we were just talking about, Investment. Yeah, I felt like, man, I just want to smoke to this song. Like,
yeah, I say that too, but mostly I just kind of feel like it's just feel good music. You know, just kind of put you in a good mood. It's not too heavy, too light. It's just feel good. Now,
the reason that you caught me off guard compared to, you know, I mean, we get a whole bunch of submissions for this, but you have like animated music videos that go with it. And like I was telling you, like, about Investment, I was expecting, like, you know, the typical, like, you know, video in the city or something with you walking while you're rapping or something, you know, like a different scene, but like yours is all animated. How did you come up with the concept for that?
Really just inspirations like Daft Punk, like I forget what it's called, like what is that called? I don't remember what it's called, but like them and Gorillas and stuff like that. I just love their videos. Like, so, like, growing up, I just kind of wanted to do that.
And now, when you got that idea, is that something to where, like, you wanted to continue with it? Like, will Good Vibes, you know, your latest song that just came out, will that have that same type of feel to it?
Yeah, all of my songs don't have animated videos, but I try to keep a concept with all of them. I don't like to just do point and shoot sometimes, but not really. But yeah, for the most part, I like to do mostly animated videos that tell kind of a little story.
Okay. Now, with Investment, what was your idea behind that? Obviously, you wanted to do something animated, but what gave you the idea with that video?
Actually, the Limitless movie. Yeah, that gave me the idea. Just the whole... just how that pill unlocked everything. That's kind of how,
Yeah, it's weird, man. Like, your inspiration, I mean, Daft Punk and Gorillas and Limitless, like, it's not the typical, like, rapper vision, man. Like, even when I was watching it, I was like, man, this ain't like a typical rap video.
Right.
I mean, where do you get your inspirations from? Obviously, you mentioned, like, Daft Punk and Gorillas, but, like, when it started, what made you think, like, man, this is what I want to do?
Just as far as the cartoons, I just love cartoons. Like, I love anime.
Yeah.
I watch that all day. I love...
So are you like Trigun and, or, you know, like all those different like anime series? Like, you watch that stuff?
Yeah, I love it.
Really? Yeah. See, I never got into that, man. Like, I was into Dragon Ball Z for a little bit.
That's what got me into it. I a lot of people don't like it, but yeah, that's what got me into it. And then I went to Yu Yu Hakusho. And then from then on, it just opened my mind to just a whole new world.
So that was like your inspiration. Like, you started watching that, and you're like, man, I want to do this, but in a musical form. Then.
Yep.
See, that's crazy, man. So you got this. You got the new song on Good Vibes. You got a new tape out?
No, I'm working on a new project though. I don't have a name for it, but sorry. I'm hoping to drop it like midsummer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And like, what would you say is your favorite thing about like doing music? Like, everybody has different perspectives on the rap game and different, you know, goals. Like, what is your goal with being a rapper?
I don't just create my own thing. I just like creating. I just like making and doing new things and putting my own twist on stuff that's already been done, basically, because you can't really do anything new nowadays. It's just how you put your own twist on it.
Now who produced it? I know we keep getting back to the video, but who produced that video?
Well, that's a group. They call it World and Record. But I also have another guy in Chicago. His name is Josh. And he did the other video that I have called Lounging. So,
okay.
Yeah, I work between those two.
So you just send them like the concepts, and like, hey, I want this, this, and this. And they put it together, and then just like that.
Just work it back and forth like that. Yep.
What do you think is? I mean, you're an artist here in Flint. I mean, what do you think is the hardest part about being an artist in Flint? I mean, obviously there's so many. I mean, I've talked to so many different artists. What makes you unique compared to everybody else?
I I do my own thing. You know, I'm not trying to sound like anybody else. I feel like that's the hardest thing about being an artist in Flint is just getting people to listen, because
right.
I feel like it's so saturated now. It's just so much of the same, and everybody just like it's just too much going on. So
right.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any artists that, you know, either in Flint or Michigan that you would like to actually work with, that you would like to collab with, that you just haven't, you know, either it's been so busy, you haven't reached out, or they haven't reached out to you? Like, who could you see doing either a song with or a project?
It's so many artists that I could work with. Like, I could go on all day. I could, like, my crew, Vision, July, Rory, Mudho, D-Walk. Then you can go to Bay Bro. I think he's dope. GS The Dream. LA, David Aaron, Ace Cartoons, Stephen Malone, Gun Hood, Zeke, Velly Beretta.
All these people, man.
I love it too, because like right now, Flint, I feel like the music scene is just on the come up. Like,
yeah.
So much dope stuff, and it's different. Like, you got the people, you got the so-called hood or the hood type, and you got the backpack. It's just so much going. It's just so dope to me right now. So
now, if someone wanted to check out your music, follow you, what are those social media plugs?
Or you could just Google Jeff Skigh, and all of my social media will pop up, or just type that on Twitter, Jeff Skigh.
Okay.
That's not my username, but it'll pop up as soon as you type it in.
Now, you got Good Vibes that's out right now, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Featuring David Aaron.
And what's the next? I mean, you got a mixtape that's coming out. When is that coming out?
I'm trying to drop it hopefully by July.
Okay.
I don't want to reveal too much about it yet, but I'm trying to put it out in July.
Okay. And any plans for any upcoming shows? Or, I mean, if promoters are watching this right now, like, how could they reach you if, you know, they saw your stuff and wanted to do a show with you?
Yeah, you can reach me on social media. I'm always on my social media. And, I have a show coming up on the 22nd. 22nd? Mm-hmm. Yep, 22nd at the local.
Oh, okay.
Local 432. Yep, and that has me, Pike, Vision, Rory, on Pool. It's quite a few. It's gonna be dope too.
Now, as far as performing live shows, I mean, obviously, since you can't get, you know, the visuals that you want, you know, like in your videos, how do you transform that into live performing? Because there's a lot of artists that, you know, can rap behind a booth all day, but then they get in front of a crowd and they sort of tense up. What do you do that's different?
I honestly don't know. I don't know how to explain it when I'm on the stage. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I just be me pretty much and hope they accept it.
Awesome. Jeff Skigh in the building, of course. What's your Twitter handle?
Jeff Dama, Dama, Kung Su. But if you just type Jeff Skigh.
See, that's why I was like, man, like when I was talking to somebody earlier, I was like, yeah, there's this dude named Jeff. I was like, I'm gonna try and pronounce the rest of his Twitter name, but I just can't do it, man.
Jeff Dama Kung Su. Yeah.
Awesome. 8-1 Show, Jeff. Thank you so much for coming in, man. I appreciate it.